What's up, everybody? World of Matchups is back today, breaking down the New Orleans Saints. Who dat? So let's talk about this team. Very polarizing from top to bottom. Starts and ends with Jameis Winston, quarterback, coming off a major injury. Michael Thomas coming off a major injury. Alvin Kamara potentially may be suspended. So this is the big three, and every single one of them has question marks. Very problematic. If everything breaks right, they're looking good. If everything breaks wrong, they're going to have a lot of problems. Let's start with Winston. We know the guy has a great arm. You know the guy is full of life. He can throw the ball, but he also turns the ball over at an alarming rate. I think that he could potentially be a very slept-on quarterback in the National Football League this year because he can air it out, and he really hasn't had that full season to lead this team. Taysom Hill will finally be allowed to play a different position and just let Winston roll. It could turn out okay here. Now, we know Michael Thomas hasn't been the same since Drew Brees left. Are we getting the Michael Thomas of old, or are we getting the new Michael Thomas who really is not going to do a whole lot anymore? I think it's going to be the latter rather than the former. All those quick slants that this guy used to catch from Brees, those days are over. Jameis wants to push the ball downfield, coming off a major surgery that he should have had earlier and even played a little last year. I'm not so sure about what Michael Thomas we're going to get. He is the true definition of high-risk, high-reward player for the National Football League this year. Him and Christian McCaffrey are going to be my number 1 and 2. And then we have to talk about Alvin Kamara. At the Pro Bowl, gets into a scuttlebutt with him and his entourage. Now, it sounds like his legal team is kicking this can as far as they can. So the legal proceedings just keep getting pushed back. They keep getting pushed back. They keep getting pushed back. He potentially could play this year, or he could potentially face a lengthy suspension. I'd say about 6 games. We don't know. He's kind of in the Deshaun Watson category. It's a wait-and-see thing. I don't know what is happening with him. And we all know when he's on the field, he's as good as anybody. Alvin Kamara is a top 3 running back in this league when he's healthy and on the field, but right now, major question marks surfacing around him are making it hard to really have faith in what could happen here with the New Orleans Saints. Conversely, their defense is all world. You see it every single year. They're the only team that can give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady any trouble. If they could just get it together on offense, now we're cooking here. Demario Davis is fantastic. Cam Jordan is so slept on. Marshawn Lattimore, shut down corner. They got ballers. They can hold your team to under 10 every single week. And they don't get their flowers regularly. I just don't understand it. Now, they bring in Tyrann Mathieu. I watched Tyrann Mathieu every single game last year as a Kansas City Chief fan, and I will tell you, I don't think he's washed, but he is not the player he once was. He is more of a name than the Honey Badger at this point. Now he goes back to Louisiana, his LSU product. He takes Daniel Sorensen with him, who is an absolute bum, but they can hide him under that great defense. The problem I have with Mathieu is he's making too many business decisions out there. The guy just tackles nobody anymore. Anytime the ball is in the air, he's just throwing his hands up, looking for somebody else to bail him out. Will he have a resurgence later in his 30s here? I highly doubt it, but I can't see a better defense for him to go to and start than the New Orleans Saints. I think the Chiefs were smart for not bringing him back at that money he was asking for, and so he ends up back home in Louisiana with a great defense. It could turn out really, really well. The Saints are an enigma. They are truly the definition of a high-risk, high-reward team that if everything breaks right, they can find their way into the playoffs. But there are so many question marks on this team. And then when you wrap up the bow with a brand new head coach in Dennis Allen, you just don't know what you're going to get. It could be 11-6, or it could be 6-11. I'm going to split hairs and put them somewhere in the middle and say they probably will just backdoor into the playoffs, because I do have faith that that legal team will kick Kamara's case as far as they can and he will play, and that defense is strong enough to always split with that division and they will find their way back and door into the playoffs, and they will probably lose in the first round, something like that. They always choke games away at home in their building. The Vikings beat them there a couple of years ago. So I'm not looking for much from the Saints, but they're a good team with a very scary defense that doesn't get their flowers regularly. Tomorrow, let's do what team do we want to do? Let's do the team that I think is going to win the Super Bowl. I have pushed my chips all the way to the middle, and I'm coming out and saying that I think the Buffalo Bills will be 2023's Super Bowl champions. We will break them down tomorrow. You've been watching World of Matchups. My name is Dexter Reed. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. You can follow us on Grabit.com and YouTube for all pertinent and important National Football League updates for the season. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.